I mean, I feel like Aster are in a position where they can win this game, but they're going to need to have like the lanes in the perfect spot to be able to make a lot of these rotations. And I feel like Xtreme are going to know about that, and they're going to prevent that sort of thing from happening.
Rolling blade check. There
You got a prediction?
I think Aster will take it.
30 seconds.
I don't know why. I'm trying to justify it in my head right now, but I'll just give a prediction. I feel like the Xtreme lineup will be a little bit disconnected. That is a bit of a concern for me, JT.
The other thing that I'm concerned about is whenever you pick a Viper and you've got another hero like a Naga or a TB or a Gyrocopter that just wants to take as much farm as you do, you know, Viper mid, it's a lane dominator for sure. And he had to use the Tango there, but of course he doesn't get any regen from that.
A little bit of miscommunication, maybe not knowing Samael was going to level up the chain, so they weren't able to get as much damage out, which could have probably been a kill in the end. But you do see, nonetheless, it is a lot of damage. So Viper, you know, this could be the start you need. I mean, XM already 150 health compared to Samael's full health to work with. But can you elaborate on what you're saying with the Viper? Because I know we are both aware of, you're speaking about kind of the Mobe Viper build from, you know, old Team Ivy and then old Ancient Tribe, but some people might not know about this build.
Yeah, basically, you just go Aghanim Scepter, they buff the nosedive. I'm sure you're going to be very happy about that. And then you just go Manta style. You get your level 15 talent, level 10 talent for the extra corrosive skin damage per second. And then you just basically play it like a Naga Siren, right? Throw the illusions into neutral camps, throw it into the side lanes and keep them pushed out, and you're able to get a crazy amount of farm. But the thing is, there needs to be that farm there for you to be able to take away, and Gyrocopter wants to be taking a lot of that himself as well, because, you know, for all the strengths that the Viper has, you still need someone that's going to be able to deal with the Medusa as well.
And we've had some interviews with Mobane, I think even some of the members on their team, and they truly believe that that is the best Viper build, and at least the games that we've seen as well, I also would have to agree.
Well.
I think it, without a doubt, is something that is what other people need to look at now when they're playing the Viper. So I'm very intrigued on what the build is going to be for XM and what he wants to consider here with the Viper, but we shall see. Of course, like we were saying, he's going to have a pretty good time mid lane. Samel is going to have an okay timing with the bottle, though, so that'll help sustain. But what about some of the other side lanes? Is there one in particular that you want to highlight out of top and bottom?
The thing that I'm mostly looking for in this bottom side lane, you've got two Quelling Blades on both Xtreme Gaming heroes. Obviously, against Kaka, it's incredibly important. It's this level 2 timing that I'm looking for first and foremost, because XM does not have any tangos left, and he doesn't have a Quelling Blade available. So I really feel like he's in a position to get punished if he goes a little bit too far forward here. Of course, Sarah's doing a good job to be able to put consistent pressure onto XXS to dissuade that sort of rotation. This is what I was talking about, right? You can't make those rotations quite as easily if it's going to result in your offlaner just having a horrible time, and you cannot let Ghost get off the chain. Even just that flat cannon enabling this pull to happen as well. Gyro, one of the better heroes at being able to both contest the wave, contest heroes, as well as neutral camps. Is that rotation?
Early TPing from Kaka, yeah. Let's see how much danger XM's going to be, and it looks like quite a lot. First blood picked up. Samael, he's going to be rewarded thanks to the rotation out of the Nature's Prophet, and this is something we were speaking about, Asa. They have this potential not only with Kaka, but also with the Mirana, and Kaka's going to deny himself, so we'll be able to get a free reset.
You see, he's got the courier out there in the mid lane now with a Quelling Blade. This was that big window, right? It's about identifying weak points and punishing them effectively, and that's exactly what they did. Now, it's going to be a whole lot more challenging just because, again, you've got the Quelling Blade to be able to get away from any sort of aggression like that, but with First Blood given over to Samael, like, he is actually going to be dealing a good amount of damage into you now, regardless of the rotation coming through from the Nature's Prophet.
And this lane that you would expect to be a little bit more Viper favored is not going to be the case now, with Samael having levels to potentially rotate. So he's going to try and get the bounty, might even swing on over to JT, but he'll probably be a bit too late to get involved without the boots yet delivered.
No
more
boots.
Bottom, Kaka as well. No, he's going to be the first, well, second death, I suppose, technically first, I suppose, picked up for Xtreme.
That's going to be another kill probably coming into Samael. We'll see. Still a few seconds left.
Oh, well done. I don't know who. I imagine it was Samael with the Quelling Blade that cut that only tree inside the river. That bushwhack could have potentially got him out.
Yeah, very nicely done. But it does free up space for XM to be able to pick up some farm, right? He's uncontested, he's getting a lot of levels, a lot of XP when he's left alone in this lane, and he just wants to hit that level 5 as quickly as possible to try and bully away Samael as much as he can. I mean, the thing is, it was really set up off the back of that level up in the searing chains at level 1, right? It forced him to get incredibly low. He had to use a tango that didn't give any healing value because of the change to the sprout, now preventing that. And also it meant that he had to just use one to get back to the lane, and he was already on a 3rd HP. So Samael was always in a better spot. You want to rush the bottle, but that meant that you didn't have the Quelling Blade or another set of tangos. He's just spent way too much on regen here on the Viper, and it really is this big snowball effect, right?
Yeah. Yes, it is, and that snowball may definitely continue as well.
Look at this pings out as well. Got Picho rotating towards the mid lane. Monet safely farming underneath his tower, not needing to go too far forward. Keeping an eye on Kaka as well, but he doesn't have that teleportation available. Are they going to be able to pick this up? Xinqiu's in a good spot, though, to be able to counter out any sort of movement.
See what the call is going to be if they want to bring that +1, though, from Dire.
Yeah, he just got the teleport available again on Kaka, also having a blood grenade as well. Viper, not the speediest of heroes either, so you can look to slow that down even further. Obviously, it's going to be a big plus. Is that just a split shot death of the courier?
Yeah, I just saw JT run at Monet with trample, and then when I just stood his ground
he just changed target.
True. Yeah, I didn't even see. He didn't have a split shot. So Monet's having a very good time in this lane. So very similar to the gyrocopter with just the potential, the flak cannon to shove it out. Monet's just doing it with the Mystic Snake. So top of the last hits and top of the net worth as well. As we see the dive away from DY. Illusion Rune does get denied. Samael is not going to have that to work with. I feel like there needs to be a lot of emphasis this game on the stacks, and we already see Xtreme have made multiple inside their own triangle. None yet for Aster, though.
I mean, they're a lot more focused on these rotations, right? Making sure that Samael has a good start to the game. I suppose one of the things that is advantageous about the Ember Spirit against the Viper is that the Sleight of Fist doesn't actually apply the corrosive skin onto you. So it means that you're not one of those melee laners that can just be harassed out even when you're trying to make some action happen against the Viper. See if I think Kaka was spooked a little bit too much last time around by being that level 4 for quite some time, that he's going to be right on point for the 7-minute wisdom runes to be able to just secure this for himself. And we know how effective Nature's Prophet is able to be just with levels.
Oh, they're actually going to jump on this XM. They've got longer duration out of the chains, and that's going to be able to set up for the arrow. Beautifully done. That was Picho's awareness.
Possible.
Doesn't look like just yet, but it will at least help secure some of the stack at the moment. So Aster's early game looking much more crisp than the previous one.
This is basically the exact opposite of what we saw last game, man. Is the exact same movement, playing on the Dire side. It's a lot easier to just walk up into this sort of area. It feels a lot more natural. The Watcher coverage as well helps you understand what sort of rotations might be coming through from the mid lane. Nicely done. And I think the reason they feel a lot more confident to do that is because they've had a little bit more levels as well. They were able to secure just one of the wisdom runes, but it was one at least. Kaka might look to give the neutral item over to Samael as well. There we go. Just looking to enable their big signing. And I mean, an arcane rune is going to do absolutely that.
They're going to smoke off the back of this, so someone's probably going to have to show mid with this next wave. It might be up to Kaka to do that. But you have this very strong roaming duo now with the Ember and Picho's Mirana. DY is not really the person they'd want. XM's back in the jungle. You already have a Ghost back deep inside the jungle as well. XM's pretty low too, only half health. Oh, they missed the chains. Not going to matter in the end though. They'll still get the kill. And this could start to get really out of control. I mean, again, like I'm just saying, this is a very different game. Samael 2-0-2, already 3 deaths out of the Viper, who's supposed to be a strong laning hero. Samael is going to go for it.
Yeah, why not?
Nothing to fear. Xinqiu tries to duck into the trees. It's a killing spree for Pichio. Even Ghost TP'd in.
All right, sure. Maybe he feels like he needs to leave the lane with the primal split available on XXS now. Give a lot more of that farm over to DY as well.
Uh-oh, JT. Gonna be able to get some separation.
Nah, he's done.
The team, yeah, he's done without a doubt. There's no one that's going to be able to roam and potentially TP in to protect him. So it looks like from what we saw previously was Xtreme really upping the tempo in game one. Now it is Aster with what they've got. Ember, Mirana, plus the Nature's Prophet. You got the Medusa who's free farming this lane. You got the Brewmaster that's having a pretty good time down bottom as well, working on this Spirit Vessel, and he'll have it very shortly. So this is a very good start for the boys on dive. What do we need to see out of Xtreme to kind of make amends and really stop the momentum that is currently being built?
I think this is still just going to need to be reactionary, right? They're going to look to go on to the Brewmaster. They want to try and take away this primal split just so that it's not being used aggressively.
Oh.
Don't have any detection to be able to stop it, so don't even need to use the ulti. A Moonlight Shadow is going to be enough to cover. I mean, the thing that stands out to me is just DY's skill build. He doesn't have a single point in the Sun Ray just yet, which leads me to believe that they are not ready to fight right now. They are just sitting back, they're farming, they're getting their levels. They want to have the at least the sharpshooter available for the Hoodwink. And Xingqiu has to be a little bit careful here.
They
run away.
Nice timing of the bushwhack. Is he still gonna go for it on Sumail? What's he got to fear this game, dude? One stun? Not even. Like bushwhack is not reliable. Missile is not reliable. JT will be able to land the first XM in as well. Maybe Sumail's bitten off a bit more than he can chew, and Xingqiu is not going to mess around. I mean, that is a really big kill because now you can take the stack for free. I was going to say with the lead that Aster have, they could start to invade. We saw them take the hard stack prior. This Ancients would be nothing for them to dwell about as well, but that kill should enable Ghost to get it now.
Yeah, they do get bottom tower, so it's not like they're losing, you know, one hero for absolutely nothing. They're still going to open up the map a little bit. They're going to make it a bit harder for the Gyrocopter to be able to play on this bottom side of the map. What I was about to say is, like, with what Sumail has to fear, I was about to say the Primal Beast with a Blink Dagger is the main area of concern for him. But if he's going to dive that deep and just make it easy enough for him to just charge on in and get the Pulverize, then they'll claim that every single time. There's still going to be the Aghanim Scepter rush, though, for XM. One component in. It's going to be nice. I mean, the 4-second disarm feels pretty good against the Medusa, especially with the illusions as well. Not able to remove them.
I feel like this. Do you agree that you think this T1 tower is going to be ever so important for Xtreme to defend? Like, I feel like
just
if you
to
lose
keep
this
control over their ancient camp, yeah.
Yeah, because if you lose it, they're just going to be able to do exactly this. Just get kills across the map. I mean, XXS swings down from nowhere as well. He's got the split if he wants to use it with the early vessel. JT is not going to feel tanky at all. And they're going to be able to chain this into a second kill. And now a lot of damage onto the tower.
They were really trying to commit heavily just so that you were able to pop the Supernova there, but you know, they just have way too much damage because of this good start to the early game. Sumail is probably a little bit more farm than you would expect an Ember Spirit to be up against a Viper lane, and they're even going to continue this movement up towards the top side. And they know that it's coming. Good prediction coming through from Xingqiu there. Just level awareness.
They smoked under the ward, but yeah, we'll
yes.
Sing praises. Well done, Xingqiu. Good job, good job. Good lane, they'll go for XM. He poked out.
React to it, all right?
Well, you see a couple of heroes top. They're going to be able to get the kill. I mean, they tried to smoke it from Xtreme to get over on the map, but yeah, there was no hope of them to be able to get there fast enough. This game is, it's just getting out of control way too fast for Xtreme.
Even looking to push in this bottom side.
I'll get the first stun. Are they going to have the damage though? Oh, they do. Okay. A little bit surprised with how much damage they're able to output in a quick succession onto Sumail. They do have to use the egg to get the kill, but we'll see what they're able to do off the back. That gives them some time maybe to reoccupy their own jungle and get some farm.
It's the impact of the sharpshooter. Like, that was the big thing, right? That big damage spike looking to come through onto Sumail. And I mean, that's the thing. You need to make sure that these spells are coming out in conjunction with each other. It was a good use of the arrow as well from Pichio to be able to stop the majority of that pulverize, but it was just a little bit too late. They had the lockdown required to be able to just keep Sumail in place and look to take him out. Shieldred is going to certainly help things. Right now, he's looking to play alongside Pichio, but I almost wonder, like, are you wanting to be in a position just to give him a tiny bit of extra farm?
Oh, Ghost.
Not if he can
like this. Oh, kind of lucky. Sumail should be there in time to be able to stop the TP. Unfortunately, the luck will run dry. Aster now get that last T1 tower. A bit of a stack as well towards the left Ancients, and you've got some Wisdom runes to snipe. It does look like Shinkyu was already able to get Radiant's Wisdom, though.
Dire's middle tower is under
I mean, the big thing was I was expecting them to sit back a little bit, just get the Maelstrom, get the mechanism, and then use that to be able to progress forward. But with how grouped up they were on the top side, with the lane naturally pushing in, you want not only get a kill, you get the stack, you get the tower, and poor DY. Although...
Is he? Okay. Those tick out in the end. That was very unfortunate. I think the dive broke the tree that the bushwhack was going to.
Unlucky.
Yeah, well, I think so, because I don't know how it didn't connect if that was the case. It looked like it was on the mark, so regardless, DY does end up going down. I mean, yeah, and meanwhile, you got Monet just back farming up another stack inside the triangle. And they're going to get XM. They probably won't even need the split for it as well. How do you play the map if you're Xtreme Gaming? This just looks impossible right now.
That's the thing, right? And this is why I was feeling so uneasy about this Viper pick in combination together with the Gyro, because you both want to do the same thing. You know, there's only so much that JT is able to do. Right now, he's doing a decent job of keeping this top lane pushed out. He's even got a siege creep hitting into the tower, and he's probably going to trample this wave quickly as well, just to force someone to move back, because right now, Astra are just staying on your side of the map. I mean, at least they're going to get a tier 1, but it's going to be at the cost of their own tier 2.
Like you said, though, it is something. So, opens up the map a little bit, but Aster continuing to get whatever they want. Absolutely for free. 8,000 net worth lead. Man, I'm trying to...
He's just standing still. He can't do anything. He can't leave. Gyro's taking the ancient camp. JT's playing on the top side because he's a lot beefier with that Vanguard. He's got a lot more movement with the onslaught, and he's able to quickly, slam out creep waves. Whereas, what's a Viper supposed to do? Xinkyu's doing his best to try and cut waves. It's really just to try and slow the game down a little bit. He ended up getting 1, so at least they're not going to be hitting up onto the high ground just yet. But Aster, they're not looking to stop this tempo at all. They want to keep the movement forward. They want to try and find Ghost, and they will.
Oh, man. Sumail and Pichio this game. What a duo they have been. And if it's not them together, Karka's even getting involved as well. This is the exact turnaround that you would be hoping for the Aster boys if you are one of their fans. And it's looking like it's just going to be a pretty easy clean out because XM again, he's stuck on the high ground. What's he going to be able to do?
Nosedive?
You've got DY potentially nearby. All right, nice nosedive. Crafty gets himself away. Arrow just flies by, misses out on the tail.
At least you have a tiny bit of mobility now. I mean, he's going into a Manta style. I understand it for all the reasons that I mentioned before with how Mobe likes to play it and what I still feel is the best build. I really think you just need a 4-staff, though. Like, you need to be able to avoid a lot of this aggression. You still don't have a way to be able to... Yeah, you can get out of the Sprout, but you can't get away from it if you're just searing chains.
Nice start. Are they going to have to check? Oh, arrow again from Pichio. This time it's enough.
His positioning, it's always been his strong point.
And now they're going to wrap around. XXS finds a perfect angle. XM, he's just going to be forced to stand his ground. They've got the Supernova out to the left side, but Aster can play accordingly. They get the quick kill onto the Viper, and now they can even go back in. XXS still has plenty of time to work with the Primal Split. They've got the... Oh, man, that's just everything is aligning. They're still going to make the attempt, though. Ghost is going to try and show up. Let's see what the Gyrocopter is going to be be able to do in regards to the damage. He'll try and chase down XXS, but it means Sumail can snipe Shinkyu onto the backline. He's still got one more remnant to work with him. Like you said, the haste as well. Sumail, nothing that he needs to fear. And now JT, well, he's got a lot he's got to worry about. Atos to stop the charge short. As Aster all they lose, the only casualty is going to be Pichio's Mirana.
It's a rough place to be in. I mean, it's a 10k net worth lead, just 19 minutes into it. Ghost still hasn't reached his full potential though, right? Like, he's 600 gold away from the Aghanim Scepter, he's got the Basket Bandits to be able to play around with, so you're going to have some decent ways, but look at him, he's farming right underneath an Observer Ward right now, and that's where a lot of the movement is happening. Sumail only has the one fire remnant to be able to play around with, but that might just be enough to be able to catch him out. Ooh.
All right.
Yeah, immediately pinged out by Shinkyu. But I don't know if you could just walk up on there, my man. DY. It's on the edge as well. It didn't even get the award.
And now, who's going to have the Sunray, but he won't even make it out as well. They'll try what they can. Once again, Ghost is here to potentially get some damage in. But this is... They didn't even activate Pipe on XXS. Nope. And they just shrugged off all the damage.
The Occult Bracelet, man. 5% magic resist. OP.
I didn't honestly even know, but the Earth Brawler as well gives you magic resistance. Yep. 20%. So, how much magic resist has he got? 61? Oh my god, dude. What?
Yeah, you get some from passively just being a hero, 25%. But yeah, when you're under that Cinder Brew, it's just crazy good.
I think this is a very interesting hero with the recent changes and with the Vessel being buffed up as well. We've seen Brewmaster look very good in, I think, all the games that we've covered so far. So, yeah, which I'm glad, because we have not. When has Brew been good? I cannot remember the last time that this hero actually felt even like somewhat viable.
And you know, our boys FBZ and KP, they're going to be licking their lips about that. Yes. Famous Brewmaster players, so I'm keen to see what they're able to do in these the other regions as well. They're ready to start considering going up onto the high ground soon-ish, though. XXS, he's got the AC queued up, so just wants to make sure that, yeah, you got a lot more of those passives coming through for the rest of the team. I wonder if he knows about the cheeky little... I don't know if you could call it a bug or not, but there's like this weird thing that if you have a keybind for your hero, you can still use some items while inside the brew split, and it goes around where the Earth Panda is. It's weird. It's a weird interaction.
I did not.
It's weird. Like, if you use Shivas when it's in the pit, it's invisible. Like, you can't see it, but it still does its thing. And it's basically anything that can just, like, immediately happen. Like, nothing targeted. Like, auras like Pipe and Guardian Greaves and Shivas, those sort of things work.
Are you advocating for bug abuse?
It's a feature.
Ah, feature, right. Yes, sorry, how dare I?
Dude, I don't use it. I have no micro, so it's not going to be exploited by me, that's for sure.
Oh, JT! Oh, they got him. It's unfortunate that it's going to be a call, but when you are this far, BT started stepping. Oh, JT.
Like, use the halberd on him.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. I mean, if you're trying to waste a little bit extra time, but someone's got to die when you're in this position. Unfortunately, it's got to be a call. But there is just no way that
they want more.
No one is going to live on the map.
They're just not letting him step out of base at all. This is a really poor Viper coming through here. As soon as he shows, I just see Kaka channeling up that global teleport. At least he's got the Yasha, so a little bit more movement speed. He's got a bunch of stats from the Pupil's Gift as well, which does feel nice for the Viper. But yeah, really, until he gets that Manta Style, he's not going to be able to keep these lanes pushed out all that effectively. That's the main thing that they're looking towards right now. And Aster don't want to let that happen. They've now taken all of the outer towers. They can probably yoink away the Tormentor if they really wanted to, but they want to make the most of this Aegis. Why not? Shove those lanes as much as you can, but the backdoor protection still not going to be there.
All right, yeah, finally, they've had enough of DY. So I just quick tip in, slight easy kill. I was about to sing the praises of DY because he's level 12 and actually farming up a decent chunk towards the Hex. He's not left this area with the ward up on the cliff. He's been farming these two camps and cutting waves. But yeah, finally Aster had enough of him.
And the thing is, again, Sumail has a haste rune to be able to make that sort of play. So you can TP back, get the kill, pop the haste, and then just immediately get back towards the rest of the team. They know roughly where Ghost is as well. So they're going to be able to try and go for a kill. It's just a matter of how good are they at predicting, and his spidey senses say, get the hell out of here.
Very good read.
Yeah, Tormentor would be quite nice for them. I mean, to be able to get Sunray or the Hunter's Boomerang feels really nice.
What do we make of Xingqiu actually rushing the Scepter? Like, what does this provide you in this game?
Hopefully not death. Okay. I saw it as well, and I was like, really? That's been an interesting build. I guess maybe just an extra amount of break for the Brewmaster as well, right? It would impact the Drunken Brawler, some of the passives looking to come through from that. Even if it isn't the full strength, it would still provide the break. It provides a little bit of that stuff to force you back, basically.
Is the break with the Scepter now?
I believe so, yeah.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure, yeah.
I thought it was with the normal. Okay. Okay. Smoke up, Xtreme. I haven't really seen them be active so far. Especially with the position they're currently in. Down 14,000 gold and still the Aegis in their hands for another minute 30. So what are they looking to try and get out of the map with Ghost and JT?
Look at all the vision that they've got on the map right now, though, on Aster, and it just turned to nighttime as well. So how are you supposed to make any sorts of plays? JT's the one underneath the smoke that just places down some sort of vision. They want to try and get a quick pick off here onto Kaka, but it's not easy. He's pretty tanky. He's got a great healing loaders. He's got plenty of stats for himself. He's just keeping control of this ancient camp area. And all the while, high ground starting to get hit as well. Butterfly coming through to Monet as well.
Oh, Kaka's been so annoying, dude. That'd be a nice choreo, but no, I'm not gonna get it.
A huge choreo.
Ghost?
Oh, Ghost.
Oh, he's gonna get it. He's gonna get it. Damn it, no! Oh, no! He was on it. Because in 2 minds of whether he reveals his positioning. Sumail back inside the mid lane, chains and the Atos to be able to set up for the arrow. That's going to force the Sunray early on just to keep JT alive.
I mean, Ghost needs his BKB. He cannot show back up to this fight. You might just need to give up 1 lane of racks so that you are effective for the team fight after this. Just 200 gold away on Ghost, but it feels like an eternity.
Oh, wait, you get... I'm sorry, do you get double sharpshooter now? I'm sorry. Okay.
That's what the Axe Scepter does. It creates a decoy, and it all, like, you become invisible, and you just start launching out a sharpshooter, and then you have your actual sharpshooter that you can actually use yourself.
Did you know? Alright, nice to know. Is that Scepter now done? Thank you very much. Oh, he went 4 staff. Alright, so DY feels like he's not going to have enough time to be able to get the gold of the Hex, just wants an item now. Of course, it's going to be great versus...
contest this, right? Like, you cannot give up anything more. 1 melee racks is where they're going to put their foot down and say enough is enough, but they can't make any sorts of moves. Like, you can see Xingqiu going out with JT and DY, but even if they find someone like XM, he's sitting back and farming for a little bit further. Like, you don't have ghosts either.
Oh, they know. So... what's going on top lane? XM needs the boys. Pretty decent dive in. The Sunrays, well, is it enough to help him heal up? It's not going to be the case. They'll get the kill. Oh, the Stone Gaze as well holds DY into place. We'll be able to force stuff back up at the high ground. A little bit awkward of a fight though, and the Supernova doesn't make it any easier. They can look to dance out to the right side as Aster. They're more than okay with this. You forced out all the abilities from DY. You're potentially going to get a buyback out shortly as well. It's very messy once again. Sumail, what's he got to worry about? Another force to reposition. JT is going to try and bump him down. But this is just another slow siege coming out.
The thing is, you've still got the primal split as well. Like, you didn't use everything in your toolkit. Even a wisdom rune being used by Sumail, bringing himself up to level 18, so even stronger fire remnants now. Not wanting to use any sorts of buybacks, still agonizingly close towards that Manta style for the Viper.
Oh, JT tries to charge to the shot, but XXS gonna have plenty of time to pop the split, and meanwhile now JT is isolated from the team. He's gonna try and get some backup now, but the last little bit of damage comes in from Sumail. Meanwhile, XM as well tries to stand his ground, but he's gonna end up dying too. They've got a couple of buybacks to work with. That could be how they turn the fight. Ghost, though, tries to charge it, but the damage, it's just not there, man. They're so survivable. XXS with pipe and AC, he wants a high five, dude. He looks unkillable at this stage of the game. Maybe now with the Sunray, XXS still gonna be cautious, but now with the rest of Aster will show back up. They killed off Ghost, and with him gone and not having a buyback, there will be zero damage that Aster have to worry about, and they're looking for the finishing blow as Sumail dances in and out. He's playing with his food, and they will be rewarded with a dominating Game 2 performance.
This was just completely put in the bag off the back of the laning stage in my eyes, right? Like, the